Hi everybody, Joe here again and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to repair a broken glass aquarium. This video will concentrate on tanks that are actually cracked. If you're looking for a video on how to reseal an aquarium, I actually already did a video on that previously, and you can go ahead and watch that video. So a cracked aquarium is not the end of the world, however, depending on where the crack is, will depict on how we're going to fix it. Now there are two different types of cracks. One crack that is on one of the side or front panel or even the back panel, and then there's the crack that's in the bottom of the tank, on the bottom panel. In this video we're going to talk about how to fix both types of cracks as well as how to prevent them in the future. The easiest type of crack to fix is if the bottom panel cracks. If the bottom panel cracks, we actually need to do three things. We'll first need to find out why it cracked, and we'll have to go ahead and repair that problem or prevent it from happening again in the future. We then need to alleviate the stress on the bottom panel. Finally, we can go ahead and move on to actually fixing the crack. Now, figuring out why the tank cracked in the first place is usually due to one of three reasons. The first being something fell in your aquarium, like a rock or something like that, and cracked the tank. Or maybe the stand surface is not flat and true, and because of it, caused the tank to actually twist and then crack. Or something was underneath that bottom panel, like a small pebble, and caused enough stress on that bottom panel to crack it. So knowing if your stand actually has a flat surface or not is really simple. If your aquarium has a bottom trim on it, all sides and corners will be touching when the tank is empty. Don't judge this by when the tank is full, as because when it's full, it could potentially twist and settle down on the stand to make it look like the stand is flat. Now, if something fell in your aquarium, that would be extremely obvious. Finally, something might be stuck under the aquarium. Now, this is actually only going to be possible if you don't have a bottom trim and the glass lays flat on the top of the aquarium stand. Now, this won't be possible on a tank that has a trim because you'll notice that those tanks that have a trim have an elevated bottom panel, so they don't actually touch the surface of the stand. Just the perimeter of the tank does. If it was the stand, fix it. Take it apart and rebuild it if you have to. Just make sure this time it's level and square. Now, if something fell in your tank, there's not a whole lot you can do to fix that. However, you can go ahead and prevent it in the future. After you've repaired the tank and the tank is absolutely completely void of all decorations and substrate, before you put anything back in, lay a sheet the size of the entire aquarium of egg crate, or commonly known as lighting diffuser, on the bottom of the tank. Then put your substrate over it and then your decorations back in. In the future, if a rock falls, that egg crate or lighting diffuser is going to absorb that impact and cracks are less likely to happen. Even after doing that, you might even want to reconsider the layout of the tank. If you're against reconsidering the layout of your tank, then at least consider either siliconing or cementing your rockwork together to prevent it from falling in the future. So now that we've figured out how to find the root cause of the crack and how to prevent it from happening again, we can now move on to actually patching that crack. Now, if your tank has a bottom trim on it, you'll know, like I mentioned earlier, that the bottom pane actually floats and doesn't touch the aquarium stand. However, because of that, now that it has a crack, that bottom pane is going to sag and the crack is going to spread apart even more. So since we're not actually going to replace the bottom pane, we need to support that bottom pane to prevent any further sagging. One of the best methods is to use a piece of styrofoam that is the thickness of the bottom trim, meaning the thickness between the stand and the bottom pane. We'll go ahead and lay that styrofoam on the inside of the aquarium underneath of it. And we'll want to have it the exact size of the aquarium so it supports the entire bottom pane. Now, this is not only going to support that bottom pane and stop it from sagging, it's also going to absorb any irregularities that maybe small pebbles got in between, and it's not going to allow any pressure points to build back up on that bottom pane. Now, if your stand is actually an open top, meaning that you don't actually have any center supports, and you can see right through it, you will need to add some center supports and a sheet of plywood over that, because now, instead of the aquarium relying on the perimeter of the tank to take the weight, it's now also going to rely on the bottom pane to take the weight. Position the tank in place with the styrofoam on it, and we can now move on to patching that crack. We're going to patch it with another sheet of glass. Now, that sheet of glass only actually needs to be the size of the crack and allow it to overlap by a couple of inches. With enough silicone, simply place that new piece of glass over that crack. Now, how thick should the glass be? Well, I like to use a minimum of 6mm glass. I find that that is going to be the most durable and the thinnest that you could use. Now let that cure for 24 hours and you're done. So how does this even work? Well, now that the bottom pane is fully supported, the crack can no longer flex and pull apart. With the top siliconed and a new sheet of glass over top of it, it can no longer leak. So with that said, this is completely safe and the tank is now good as new. If the tank does not have a bottom brace and the bottom panel simply sits right on top of the aquarium stand, then all you really need to do is make sure that the aquarium will now be sitting on a piece of styrofoam, the entire tank. Then we can go ahead and move on to patching it like we did in the previous steps. Now you can simply replace the whole bottom panel, however, it's much more expensive to do it that way and way more labor intensive. You're going to have to take the entire tank apart to do so. The end result for either method, whether you're going to patch or replace, are going to be the same. Nobody's going to know because the substrate's going to be over it and both are going to hold water. I prefer the patch because it's cheaper, easier, and just as good as replacing the panel. Now what if a side panel or a front or back panel cracks? What can you do then? Well, unfortunately, we need to replace that entire panel. The reason being is simple. Not only is it ugly and there's no hiding it, but it's not really going to last too long. The pressure being exerted onto an aquarium is an outward force. That's going to cause those side panels, front and back, to bend and flex with time. Now because you have a patch on there, that's also going to bend and flex. Now unless you use the exact same thickness of the aquarium, you're looking at that crack getting worse and that patch probably cracking as well. So with that said, you might as well replace the entire panel. Now to replace an entire panel, you do have to take the entire aquarium apart. Old silicone and new silicone don't stick well together. Now taking an aquarium apart is not that difficult. In my video on how to build a corner aquarium, I actually show how to take aquariums apart, so make sure you watch that to find out how to do it. Now given the fact that you have to replace the entire panel, the costs are going to be higher than just a patch, not to mention the labor that's going to go into it. So you might want to consider those and compare it to what it might cost you to simply replace the whole aquarium. Unfortunately, sometimes that's simply just the best route. So in conclusion, if a bottom panel cracks, don't worry about it, the fix is relatively easy. However, if a side or front or back panel cracks, well, you're in for a lot more work. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.